Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be unboxing my beautiful programmable temperature kettle, and I'm super excited about it. So let's just see what we got in store here. And I did just happen to pick this up at my local Walmart. I'm pretty excited to use it. Looks like we got our lid here. I'm just going to go ahead and get everything out first. As usual, it is packaged very well, so that's always a nice little bonus. Oopsie. And it looks like we have our little instruction manual here. So let's just see what else we got going on here. This is sort of like a little warning label, more or less, just telling you if there's not sufficient water in there. An audible tone will sound as the safety thermostat automatically turns the kettle off. So that's kind of neat. Has an automatic little sensor thing, but let's just see. Oh wow, it is definitely very beautiful. Indeed, no pun intended. Oh, that's what that is. See, that's what I get for not knowing what's in the box. So this is your base. And let me go through the instruction manual and see if I can't get this going for us. Alright, so after thumbing through the instruction manual, it does say that before you use it for tea or anything else, you need to boil at least 3 kettles of water first before it's ready to go here. So we're going to go ahead and do that and get that ready to go. And so this has like the cord storage underneath it, which is very handy. That way you don't have a loose cord everywhere, because that could be in the way. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in here. Maybe. Maybe not. Wow. There we go. I just have to be smarter than my plug-in. And it says to be on a flat surface. I'm sure it'll be a little flatter once I actually put the water in the kettle. I do want to show you the min and max line that are marked inside the kettle here. So this is the inside of your kettle. I know it might be a little hard to see, but there is the max line here right there at the top. Oops, sorry, my camera's trying to refocus. And then down there at the bottom is the min. And so we're going to go ahead and get that filled to the max here. So let me put you back up here. Yeah, sorry about that. Alright, and it did say to fill with cool water, of course. And it said to not overfill past the maximum line because the hot water will spit out as it's boiling, and we don't want that. Nobody wants that. Okay. So I will show you, I am just a little bit below the max fill line here. And I know it's just hard to see from that angle, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. So there, you can see a better indication of the max. And then, I know it's a little hard to see down there, but down at the bottom is the minimum fill line. So we're going to go ahead and put this on the little base right here. But again, let me put you back here, so you can kind of get a better angle of the whole situation here. Okay. So, and we're gonna go ahead, I'm gonna go ahead and close the lid until it clicks, which you just heard that, so. And she is all turned on. I'm gonna actually try to zoom in a little bit here and see if y'all can get a better view of this. Oops. Of course I did that, and then I forgot I needed to probably readjust a little bit. And it said in the instructions that it will pulse the power button you know, on and off here. I do like the fact that it's all touch. This is pretty neat. Now the question is, can I touch it? There we go. And so here is the whole entire display. And as you can see, you got 4 different functions. You can brew white tea, green tea, oolong tea, and that's the first time I've ever heard of oolong tea. I don't even know what that is, but that sounds interesting. And then you have your just regular boil function. So, let me see if I can get that going. And I'm going to hit boil. And this is the max temperature, the 212 degrees. And so as you can see, it's going to start off at the bottom there. Not the bottom, excuse me. It's going to start at 77 degrees and gradually work its way up to 212. And like I said, per the instruction manual, it says that we need to boil at least 3 kettles worth of water before your electric kettle is ready to go. I do like the overall design of the kettle. I am pretty impressed with the touch function, like the touch screen, like this whole entire thing. Like, that's pretty unique. I do like that a lot. And the colors, I am a huge fan of black appliances. I don't know if you've noticed that or not in any of my videos, but it's just, to me, it looks a little more, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I just like the black appliances better. But that's just my preference. I mean, to each their own. And I am a pretty avid tea drinker, so having this electric kettle would definitely come in handy for tea and whatnot, or even just boiling some hot water really quick if you don't want to waste the time with boiling it on the stove or in the microwave. This would be another quick, easy thing to do. So, pretty excited about it. And as you can see, it's pretty speedy. I mean, it started at 77 and we're almost at 110 degrees, so that's pretty great that it's really quick at doing its job. So, and I like the fact that it's somewhat compact, so you can just kind of leave it out on your countertop with your other appliances if you choose to do so, and it won't take up near as much space as, say, other electric kettles. I haven't played around with too many other ones, so this one just happened to catch my eye in Walmart, and I do love Drew Barrymore. I think she's fantastic, so I figured I'd try out a few of her products here just to see how beautiful they really are. And I know I can hear it heating up. I don't know if you can, so I'll shut up to see if you guys can hear it. I did want to mention too, while this is heating up, on the box it said that this particular kettle will brew 7 cups of tea, which that's also really handy, especially if you have like a little gathering or something, or if you just really like a whole lot of tea. You can definitely brew the whole entire kettle and be ready to go with some delicious tea. So that's another neat little function. And I like the warm button function as well. I think that's a handy thing to have. I'm just gonna see here. Just reading a little bit here. And with the plus or minus buttons on there, obviously you can change your temperature in 5-degree increments, it says. So that's another nice little function here. And I will say, I will let you kind of take a peek here while this is heating up, maybe. There is this nice little chart, little cheat sheet, if you will, telling you all the different kinds of teas and stuff that you can make. And this is just kind of showing you a little diagram. So that's pretty neat. And you can change between Fahrenheit and Celsius on here as well. And then it does just tell you like care and cleaning and maintenance and descaling and all that good stuff in your little manual. So it's definitely, and even some troubleshooting stuff. And you do have a limited 2-year warranty on this, so that's a convenient little thing to have as well. And obviously this, just reading through the instructions, it doesn't say, or it doesn't say anything about being dishwasher safe, but obviously you wouldn't want to put that in the dishwasher. And as you can see, we got some steam coming out here, so we're getting closer to the end here. And those 3 little chimes that you just heard are definitely the indicator that it has reached the max boiling temp. Even though it's only at 203, it is definitely done. So I am going to go ahead and do this a couple more times since this is the first go around, and then we'll see about getting some tea. Okay, so I am done boiling the 3 kettles worth of hot water. I do want to show you a unique function once you lift the kettle off of the base here. It turns off, so that's pretty neat. I'm just going to go ahead and pour out this last remaining kettle's worth of hot water. And then I am going to brew some hot water for some green tea. And so anytime you're refilling your kettle, just be really careful because it's obviously going to be very hot. And for me, since I'm just doing a cup of tea for myself, I'm just going to fill it to the minimum line here. And I'll show you guys what that looks like here, just so y'all can get a good view. But yeah, definitely be very careful if you're gonna do more brewing in your kettle. And so yeah, that is what the minimum line looks like down there. So I'm gonna go ahead and set you back on the stand here so I can get the green tea part going. And I don't know if you guys can see very well, but the touch display is very nice. Although it seems to be, I don't know if I'm just not touching it in the right spot or not, but it does seem to be a little, I don't want to say uncooperative, but that sounds like a good idea to me. So I filled it to the minimum line and I'm going to do some green tea. And so I'm going to let that do its thing and we can watch that. And in the meantime, I'm going to get my cup ready. Alright. Get that in there. Alright. And yes, please don't judge me. I am a Colorado native, So naturally the Colorado Rockies and the Denver Broncos, I have to root for them no matter what, so don't judge. Although I am pretty tickled that the Broncos won yesterday. I don't know how they managed to pull that off, but nonetheless, a win is a win, so we'll take it. And yes, as you can hear, it's definitely doing its thing, getting the water all nice and hot for the tea, so that's always good, especially if you want hot tea. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about the display, the touch display. And you probably, I hope you heard the 3 little beeps, because the 3 little beeps means that it is done. It has reached the optimum temperature for a minimum cup of tea or hot water, or you know what I'm trying to say here. So I'm not 100% sure if I'm totally sold on her touch display on the kettle. It just seemed like I wasn't pressing it in the exact spot, so therefore it was a little inconvenient because I was trying to touch it and I was trying to get it to work, but it just didn't want to. So I'm naturally left-handed, so I'm going to go ahead and do it like that, but so yeah, that is some green tea brewed. Well, you know, green tea, hot water brewed in the beautiful programmable temperature kettle here. And I'm going to see if I can just push this to keep it warm. Because see, as you can see, I'm pressing it, but nothing's really happening. So I'm not sure if you just have to try to turn it off first, and then you just do the warm function. Because as you see, I did just push it, and it's not illuminated anymore. So I'm not 100% sure if that means that it's still just warming up. I'm going to thumb through the instructions while we're here. Alright, it says warm cycle maintains the programmable temperature kettle's program temperature. Warm time defaults to 30 minutes. Press the power button to turn off warm as the unit advances to standby mode. And as you can see, we're in standby mode because we have the power button flashing. So, I mean, all in all, I love the fact that it heats up really quickly and gets the job done. I love the fact that you can retract the cord on the base down here just for the storage space. I'm not 100% sold on the touchscreen display on this particular model. So, but nonetheless, there is the beautiful programmable temperature kettle.